gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Now we sing in celebration. Yeah, we sing words of prayer. Namaste, amen. And we affirm our life as sacred. Yeah, we declare that peace is here, right now. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place.
How beautiful. Give it up again for our music team, everybody. Good morning, Pacific Coast CSL. Good morning. Take a deep breath. Spirit is in this place. And we're talking not just physically in the sanctuary, but also in our hearts. So welcome on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to our sanctuary. We affirm that love is the nature of who we are. And with that, we open up. My name is Carlos Mora. I am the secretary on your board of directors. And it is my honor to be your host today. Thank you to each and every one of you for showing up today. Whether you were able to make it here in person or online, we welcome you and we see you. If you're new today here with us, we extend a heartfelt welcome with open arms, and we invite you to come back anytime. And to get a few things out of the way, on that note, if you park behind somebody, make sure to fill out one of these parking cards with your name and phone number so we can call you if we need you to move your car at any point. And also, a reminder to turn your cell phones off at this time and then turn them back on at the end of service so we can contact you if you're blocking someone. All right, and so our theme this month is transcendent purpose. How wonderful is that? Today's message is the purpose that surpasses all. And as a community, we believe that love is our true purpose individually and collectively. Just take a deep breath into that. Love is our true purpose. We come together to awaken, grow, and clear away old stories that may keep us from revealing our purpose. In order to do that, we borrow the help from everyone today, right? It takes a village to put this together. So I'll introduce you all to our team today. Our wonderful speaker today is Reverend Veronica Silva. Give it up. On our music team, we have Melissa, Des, and Michael. On sound and streaming, we have John and Mark. Thank you, guys. Our production coordinator, Jan Mason and Tori Sina. Platform practitioner, Marjorie Ray. Our service support, Janice Guevara. Our pre-service meditation and watch, Devian Volks. Youth and family, Gina Overholt. Give it up, Gina. And our welcome team and hospitality team, thank you both very much. All right. And our leadership, yes, Ian. Give it up for Ian. Can't forget about our leadership. All right, with our new theme of growing up together, we turn our attention to shadow work, examining the struggles we face and how they manifest in our lives, the impact we have on each other and the world as well. Please join me in speaking our affirmation for 2025. Our lives are woven into a shared journey where we grow individually and collectively in learning, serving, and giving through life's challenges and changes. All right, and I would like to invite at this time our practitioner, Marjorie Ray, to light the candle and to give our invocation, setting the intention for this light that represents the light that we are as a community and individually, as a reminder that we shine brighter when we stand together.
Take a deep breath in. Oh, and feel the love. I can feel the love in this room. As we come together this Sunday, I recognize and know that there is just one power, one presence that's back of absolutely everything and everyone. That God essence is here to support each and every one of us. It's here to support our community. It's here to support each of us that are participating in this service. And knowing that God essence is supporting Veronica, myself, Ian, the musicians, and if I missed anybody, you're still supported by God. So just know that we are all living in that knowing that God's got this. And I know that this service is already done and magnificent, and so I release the saying, and so it is.
Good morning. My name is Ian, and I'm the Vice Chair on the Leadership Council. Yay. Please join me in reading our collaboration vision statement together. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Okay. This is our inclusion statement to reaffirm our spiritual principles and who we are as a community. Please listen and reflect as I read this. We know all life is interconnected and sacred. We cultivate active care of the earth and honor all creation. We are committed to being a unified community where everyone is included and has equal access to actualize their full potential, regardless of race, color, religion, ethnicity, age, gender identity, sexual orientation, background, physical or mental ability. We live in loving, respectful coexistence with all. All right, and now we go to our announcements, of which there are quite a few today in this vibrant and active community. And I'd like Reverend Veronica to kick us off.
Thank you. Good morning, good morning. All right. I am so excited. You know why? Because Tenzin Chogi is coming, and she's one of my favorite teachers. And she is teaching this conflict management skills class as a spiritual practice. So this is a 3-week class starting on September 23rd. If you haven't taken a class with Tenzin, she's amazing. Please sign up. And the good news is that we have extended our early bird fee to next Sunday. It was going to expire today, but we've extended it one more week. So please sign up through the email or through the newsletter for this much needed timely class. Yes? Yes, absolutely. And if you're a person that shies away from conflict and avoids it at all costs, this class is for you. All right. And then second, I'm so excited about this. Our Adventures in Faith 2025. We do this every year at this time. It's a book study. And this time we are studying More Together Than Alone by Mark Nepo. And if you have read Mark Nepo, you know that he is a profound teacher. And this book study is done in small groups. We're going to have small groups at different times of the day, on different days of the week. There will be Berta, our wonderful administrative assistant, is in the back, so you can sign up, because you have to sign up in person. We're not doing online sign-ups for this, so that you can pick the time and day that you want to attend. And it'll be either on Zoom or in person, depending on what works for you. There's no cost, and this is a great way for our community to come together and study some profound teachings here by Mark Nepo. So please sign up. We look forward to share this with you and for all of us to come together. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Rev Veronica. In collaboration with Ahaya Centers for Spiritual Living in Pasadena, we invite you to their Health and Wellness Fair on Saturday, September 20th. That's next Saturday. Our very own Reverend Veronica and Dr. Aaron Lightfoot will be keynote speakers at this event. Rev Veronica will be speaking at 11 a.m. and Dr. Aaron at 1 p.m. There will be vendors, classes, breathwork, and many more wellness activities, including activities for the kid. Hope to see you there. And join us to honor the Autumn Equinox 2025 with a grounding restorative workshop led by Denise Estrada, licensed acupuncturist. Using traditional Chinese medicine, we'll explore the lungs and large intestine meridians to release what no longer serves and cultivate clarity in body, mind, and spirit. The session includes a brief overview of these meridians, guided breathwork, gentle qigong, acupuncture point activation, and a short meditation. Reserve your spot via our website or newsletter link. And we have an upcoming new member class on Sunday, September 24th at 12:45, right here after service. For those who are interested in becoming a member and have taken a foundational class, either commit to your spiritual journey or spiritual principles and practices. When you become a member, you're intentionally choosing to belong to our meaningful and loving community that's here to support you on your spiritual journey. If you have any questions regarding becoming a new member, please reach out to Tori Sena or Steve Wells. I don't know if I see him out there, but, oh, there he is. Perfect. And in case you didn't know, we have a prayer call every weekday at 7 a.m., led by our practitioners. This supportive community offering is a great way to start your day with the Science of Mind daily reflection, discussion, and prayer. This Wednesday, the 17th, practitioner Jeff Schlitt has invited Mary Davis, who has written the daily messages in our Science of Mind magazine this month. Mary is a wisdom seeker, spiritual teacher, and author of Everyday Spirit, a daybook of wisdom, joy, and peace. Go to our website or newsletter to register for the free Zoom link. And next Sunday, we will be having a special service. Reverend Bobby, plus Janine and Nala, Very important. Will be here to lead us in a handoff ceremony and talk about the elevator of awareness. The service will be a normal time from 11 to 12:30 and will be a very special ceremony honoring Reverend Bobby and her leadership here as Pacific Coast and wishing her a restful retirement. The ceremony also includes welcoming Reverend Veronica as our new senior minister. After the service, we'll be having a potluck, and we'll be providing sandwiches, so please bring side dishes. And, almost done. Yeah. Jesse and Wenda's big wedding day is coming Saturday, October 18th. So please come and help make their day extra special. And you can contact Janice at 562-537-3481 to volunteer on Friday, October 17th, or Saturday to set up. And if you haven't RSVP'd, see Jesse or Wenda, although I don't see the after service, they're here today. And we'd like to do our thank yous from the Leadership Council. This week we'd like to thank Janice Guevara, who has coordinated the Duffy Boat fundraising with Steve and Lily Wells. They're raising money for our new water filling station that's going to be over there. We currently have raised enough money to purchase the water filler. We are now working toward the cost of the installation. Thank you, Janice, for all of your hard work towards helping our center be more environmentally conscious. And we would also like to recognize Jesse Keeler for his talk last Sunday. Now I invite you to go within while the bowls are played and we enjoy the sacred music provided by our music team. And I'd like to have Janice up.
Right here and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here and right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart. Right now, right here, and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here, and right now, I'm getting out of my head, dropping into my heart, and how my mind can turn and twist and spin, just begging for some peace. That's how I know it's time to go within, be still and just breathe. Right here and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here and right now. I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart. And with each breath, I'll go deeper in this space and ground myself from the peace within this place. I can feel the love, it's flowing all around me, right here, right now. Yeah, I can feel the love, it's flowing all around me, right here, right now.
Feel that love all around us and in through us. I like stories and parables that help me understand life. One of my favorites is about a farmer that helps me understand the absolute folly of trying to interpret, judge, or make sense of what can happen in the world. Events that come totally unexpectedly, not planned for, not what I wanted, and society's expectations as well. There is a classic Taoist story that illustrates this. There once was a poor farmer who worked his crops for many years with only one horse. He woke up one day to discover the horse had run off. He told his neighbor, who he immediately sympathized. What such bad luck. Oh, I'm so sorry. Farmer said, perhaps. The next morning, the horse returned with 3 wild horses. Now the neighbor says, wow, your fortune has sure turned. Wow. And the farmer says, perhaps. That very same day, his son tried to go out and ride one of those untamed wild horses. He fell and broke his leg. The neighbor came over to help set it, and then he commented, well, I guess those horses weren't much of a blessing, were they? And the farmer sighed, perhaps. The next day, a band of military officers rode into the village to draft young men into the army. They visited the farmer, and seeing that his son's leg was broken, they left him there. The dumbfounded neighbor said, by golly, things really did work out well for you. And the farmer said, perhaps. And that's life. You know, it goes up, it goes down. For me, this seems to mean that whatever comes into my path, it's for me to walk through and or work through. Neither good nor bad, right nor wrong. It just is. Sometimes I enjoy what's going on, and sometimes I don't. My intention is not label it as good or bad, but rather recognize it's just something in my path and something I can learn from. It's all a part of life. This year, we're talking about growing up and looking at our shadows. It's not easy to look at your shadows. One of the most difficult for me was how long it took me to admit I was an alcoholic. I was teaching school, and I thought I was Miss Goody Two-Shoes, doing everything just right. Then in 1974, I crashed a car in a blackout, and I still wasn't able to admit I was an alcoholic. It wasn't until 1985, 11 years later, that I finally wrote in my journal, "Dear God, I'm an alcoholic, please help me." The reason it was so hard is that I thought teachers couldn't or shouldn't be alcoholic. And that meant I was bad. Getting sober, it took me a long time to admit and find out that I really was okay, that I really was worthy. I will also say that it helped very much that I found Centers for Spiritual Living 2 weeks after I got sober. That was a big bonus as well. I now look back on my alcoholism and recognize that it allowed me to explore gifts and talents I didn't know I had. You see, when I was young, you may not believe this, but I was very shy. I didn't want to be noticed. I wanted to just hide. And when I started drinking alcohol, I found out, by golly, I could talk in front of a microphone. I could lead ski trips. I even co-chaired a convention. But then drinking didn't work, and I realized it was doing damage. And I got sober, and I'm so very grateful for that and for these centers. I cannot tell you how grateful it is to be so much more comfortable living in my own skin rather than having to live in fear that you might find out who I really was. If I never drank, I suspect that I might still be that shy little girl. I wouldn't be on the leadership council. And if I hadn't stopped drinking, I'd probably be dead rather than being alive at age 81. I am so grateful to have found Centers for Spiritual Living, and I so love our values: extraordinary respect, compassion, accountability, and safety. It is our intention here to base our behavior on those values. And I believe in this way we provide a safe place for anyone to grow, for all of us to grow and experience more of who we are. In preparing this share, I remembered something my dad used to say, and I didn't recognize it for what it was when he said it. And it came to me as I was putting this together, particularly at the end of his life when he was dealing with cancer, and he'd sometimes hear what they could do or couldn't do and what he had to do or couldn't do. And at the end of the meeting, he'd say, "Well, here we go." And I realize now, I didn't realize it at the time, but that's another way of not judging. It's just what we're walking through. Neither right, neither wrong, it just is. My intention now is to look back at everything as being a part of my path. And whenever things go sideways, well, here I go.
You give so much and juggle it all with a smile. You tame the tornadoes with style. How do you keep it all up? I guess because every day comes to an end. You get up and do it again, no matter whatever gets done. Welcome yourself to the messy moment. Welcome yourself to be here now. Open your arms, open your heart. Let some of that love come back around. Ready to climb when you see the mountain. Ready to run when you feel the storm. Learning to try, learning to fly, learning to fall. Welcome yourself to it all. So now it's here, stuck in the wake of these words so many others have heard. How do you get through? You just let go into the music that plays and dance with the songs as they change. That's how you know what to do. Welcome yourself to the messy moments. Welcome yourself to be here now. Open your arms, open your heart, when some of that love comes back around. Ready to climb when you see the mountain, ready to run when you feel the storm, ready to fly, ready to try, ready to fall. Welcome yourself to it all. All I can do is open my heart up and begin. How do I know that the time I've got, how will I live till then? Welcome yourself to the messy moment. Welcome yourself to be here now. Open your arms, open your heart, 'cause baby that love comes back around. Ready to climb when you see the mountain, ready to run when you feel the storm, ready to try, ready to fly, ready to fall. Welcome yourself to it all, yeah, to it all.
Amazing, amazing music team. Let's give them some love. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Whew, good morning, Pacific Coast. How are you this morning? How's everything? Everything okay? Everybody in a different place today? Yes, maybe. So, yes, we're all in different places today. I want to start with thank you everyone who led off. Marjorie, great. Ian, Carlos, thank you for setting the stage for this talk here today. And if you're here for the first time, welcome to our community. You are welcome here. We are an amazing community. I'm just saying. We're just amazing. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So I'm going to start out with this Howard Thurman quote. I love Howard Thurman, and he says, "In the stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of the heart, giving strength to the weakness, courage to the fear, and hope to despair." I love that quote. In the stillness of the quiet, if we listen. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, because our topic is surpassing our, I don't even know, what is it called? The purpose. Something about our purpose, okay? Just saying. And the only reason I'm not remembering it right now, because I woke up this morning and Spirit had a little talk with me about another talk. So I was like, okay. So I had to revise a little bit. And because what I didn't want to ignore is what's happening in the world. I don't want to ignore that, because that means that what's happening in the world is happening in this room, right? And so I wanted to address that, there's a lot going on. And if you are watching a lot of the news or social media, first of all, stop. Because it's, our body, our nervous system, our consciousness doesn't know what's real and what's not real, so we're just feeding that into our consciousness over and over and over again. So I'm really inviting us to take a break from the television, from social media right now. Keep yourself informed however you want to do that, but it's really important, because we can do our spiritual practices, but when things like this are going on, it starts to become a little bit overwhelming. Maybe that's true for you, I'm not sure. But I want us, it's natural to feel a little, shaken maybe, a little maybe afraid, fearful. I'm not sure where everyone's at. Would be a natural place to be. And I want to acknowledge that wherever you are with this, there could be anger, there could be rage, there's a whole lot of emotions that could be going on right now. And I just want to acknowledge them and say that wherever you're at is okay, right? Where it's so new and so recent that we are all still processing. And so I just want to honor where you're at, and that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, whether it's grief, anger, and maybe even numbness, because maybe we don't know what to feel. Yes? So let's take a breath right here. Let's just take a breath. Just one more time. Let's take another breath. And let it all out. And I want you to say to yourself, I am held, I am safe, and I'm not alone. And let's take another breath in right now. Good, good. You know, because we are all like, I'm going to say a pot of soup, okay? We're all like a pot of soup, okay? So in this pot of soup, you know, we have carrots, potatoes, and maybe if you're not vegetarian, we have a meat and celery. And what else do you like in your soup? I heard something over here. Ginger, onion, yes. I like to put rosemary and thyme and sage and tomatoes. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we're making us a pot of soup here. So we are like that pot of soup, yes, because we are all offering something to the whole. We have our own unique offering. Some of us are potatoes, and some of us are carrots. Some of us are, onions, and we all have a certain offering. And so what's beautiful is that when these items are put into the broth, if you think of God as the broth, they start to saturate the vegetables, right? They saturate them. And so I feel like we are saturated as well with God, right? We're saturated. So we're all in this pot of soup together. And, I like to use a little bit, like I said, I use a lot of rosemary and ginger, but have you ever tasted rosemary or sage? It's a little bitter, right? It's a little bitter. It doesn't taste that good. But when you put it in the soup, boy, does it make it taste good. It contributes to the whole as well. Even the bitterness contributes. Somehow it contributes to the whole. So when we think of that, when we think about what happened in the world, so we have to wonder how is this contributing to the whole? Because it's not about this one person who lost his life. It's about, what does that mean? What does that represent for us? What does that represent? Does he represent someone that, because everyone's different in the room, I'm going to honor it all, right? Does he represent someone that we liked? Does he represent someone that we don't like? Does he represent someone that we despise? So that's what we want to look at. What does that represent to us that we want to push away or welcome in? So that's the question. That's the question. Take another deep breath right here. Because that even when the world feels unstable, there is an underlying current of peace. And so even right now, as there's a little bit of chaos going on in this world, there's a current of peace that's going on at the same simultaneous time. So as we look at maybe what that represents to us, that is our spiritual practice. Because the conditions of the world are always going to change. They're always going to change. If you look back generationally, there is like 1800s, 1900s, into the 2000s, there is a generational fear for each century, each decade, right? There's been fear of nuclear war. There's been fear of plagues. There's been fear of the AIDS epidemic. There's been Y2K. If you look at generationally, there's something that human beings, we've, created, connected with as a fear. And here we are in 2025 with more fear. So that hasn't changed. that pattern of humanity has not changed. So what are we going to do about that? What are you going to do about that in consciousness? If that's the pattern of humanity, fear patterns and fear pockets, and we can see it way back, then the question is, who are you going to be? Because I don't know if that's ever going to change, but what can we change? Yes, we can change ourselves. Yes, why? Because we're saturated with God, yes, in this pot of soup. We are saturated and soaked in the presence of God. So that we can do something. What can we do first? We can mind our mind. We can mind our mind. We can be the gatekeepers of our mind, and we can be the gatekeepers of what we put into our consciousness. You know, our nervous system is sensitive. It is sensitive to what we expose it to. And it can bring a heightened anxiety just by being in the presence of the news all the time. It just brings all that up. Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that in our system. No, because then that just domino effects. And then we find somebody to talk about it with, and then that dominoes the effect. So what I'm asking us is to mind our mind what you're feeding yourself externally from the social media and TV, and mind our words, how we're speaking. It is so easy to condemn and to speak badly and find somebody to coerce with you, yes, and you guys are, yeah, and then you start talking with somebody and we're like, yeah, and then you're reaffirming it into your nervous system. And then what does that do? That creates the filters of which you see life. Because you just reaffirmed it over there in that conversation, and that conversation over there, and now that's your new filter for life. So now if you are reaffirming fear and anger and any type of hatred, that becomes your filter. So I admonish you to watch what's coming, what you're saying right now. Because then it's also reaffirming it into the greater societal consciousness as well. It's not only yours. You can't just do it to you, because we are what? We are one. We are unified. We are in a unified field of soup. Just keeps coming back to the soup. Have you had my soup? Missing out. So this thing called unification and being at one, it's not for the weak of heart. It's not. If you really want to practice this philosophy as I am one with all that is, I am one with God, and we are all one together, then what do we do with the circumstances in the world? What do we do with that? Ooh, let's take a breath with that. Let's take a breath. We start to look that, for one, that we are all in this together. That we are all in this together, that we don't have to walk through this alone, that there is a mystery of God that we don't understand, and I don't know if we'll ever understand it. I don't know. There's some things that are really big that don't make sense. But what I do trust is that there's a bigger picture that I don't know about. That's how I feel. There's a bigger picture, and that the pieces of the puzzle come together for somehow for the greater good. Somehow. And that's what I rely on. That's where I put my trust in God and in the mystery of life. And so when things like this happen, it does call, I guess I have slides here too, it does call for us to step up. Let me go here first. Because what we might want to do is this, right? We might want to go there and practice our righteous anger. Anybody practice righteous anger? Yes, come on now. Occasionally, maybe in the past, yeah. But, that doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve anyone. When things like this happen, it's going to call us. Remember the 15 commitments to conscious leadership above the line and below the line. Remember when we were teaching that? It's going to call us to choose above the line or below the line, higher consciousness, lower consciousness. And I am going to call for you to step up your game, to go to the higher consciousness. And I am going to, you know what, Carlos, you said it. Our greater purpose is love. And I know right now that some of you are going, ugh, what? No way. No way. Can't do it. Won't do it. I've been there. But I'm not asking you to love someone. I'm asking you to be love. I'm asking you to be the love you want to see in the world. Because I love this quote. It says, love does not mean agreement. It is the choice to see the humanity in another. We can do that. That's the bridge. That's compassion. That's the practice of compassion that I know that we each are all capable of. Ooh, yes, it's not easy all the time because we can be very right. We can be. But what's that going to get us? Would you rather be right or would you rather be love? What would you want? What do you want to put out in the world that's going to come back? Yes, absolutely. One of my favorite songs right here, Marvin Gaye in his song, What's Going On? We don't need to escalate. They are talking about it, right? That escalates. We don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer. And I'm not talking about war like military war. I'm talking about war not only amongst humanity, but even inside of us. Inside of us. So war is not the answer. For only love can conquer hate. You know, we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Amen, yes. How can I be, thank you. I see Melissa's ready to go sing that song right now. Sing her. Yes, she's ready. I almost called you this morning. Change the song. So we can do this. Can we? Can we? I think so. I believe we can. I believe that's what's being called of us from this time. If it were easy and life was just going smooth, we wouldn't be having this conversation, asking you to step up and go outside of your comfort zone because we would not be having this conversation. So I'm asking you to find out, what does this mean for you? What is this thing that happened this week? What does it mean for you? What is it bringing up in you? And look at that. That's what we're talking about. Look at the shadow side, right? What does that mean to you? And then how can I be love in this situation? How can I be love? How can I not engage in conversations that are below the line? How can I not engage? Sometimes we just say, perhaps. Really? Perhaps. And sometimes I just walk away from a conversation. So this is about being the love we want to see in the world, the action steps of being the love we want to see in this world. I say yes to that? Yes, absolutely. And my last quote here, I want us to say this together as a community, okay? I want to affirm this together as a community. Are you ready? Okay. It says, we are saying this together. We are safe. We are loved. And we are the light the world needs. Yes, I say amen to that. Yes. And if you know anyone who's struggling, this is your call to action. Reach your hand out to them. Not to commiserate, but to bring them above the line and help them to find the love in their heart. Okay? Reach out and be gentle with yourself right now. Like I said, our nervous system's overstimulated. by the buzz in the air. Be gentle with yourself. Take an extra time to do some self-care and calm your nervous system down. And pray and affirm for peace daily. Peace within me brings out what? Peace in the world. Yeah, so pray and affirm peace in the world and in myself. And lastly, find a way to choose love. Where you wouldn't have chosen it before, you're like, ooh, I caught myself. Today, I'm choosing love. Because there's always going to be clouds. Because, like I said, the generational fear that I talked to you about earlier, those clouds, they're going to come and go as generations have come and gone. The clouds are always there. But what's behind the clouds? The sunshine. And so it is.
I used to think maybe you love me. Now, baby, I'm sure. And I just can't wait till the day when you knock on my door. Now, every time I go toward the mailbox, gotta hold myself down. 'Cause I just can't wait till you write me you're coming around. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, and don't it feel good? Hey. Oh yeah, and don't it feel good? Hey. I used to think maybe you love me. Now I know that it's true. And I don't want to spend my whole life just waiting for you. Now I don't want you back for the weekend, not back for a day. I said, baby, I just want you back, and I want you to stay. Walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, and it's time to feel good. Hey, all right now, it's time to feel good. Hey, yeah. Walking on sunshine, yeah. Walking on sunshine, yeah. I feel alive, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real. I feel alive, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real. Hey, sunshine, baby, yeah. You know, sunshine, baby, yeah. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, and it's time to feel good. Hey, all right now.
And man, do we feel good today. Thank you so much. And Reverend Veronica, I'm also feeling really hungry after that talk about this soup. I think we're all ready for soup. Thank you so much for reminding us that love is the true purpose that transcends it all. And to be the love that we want to see in the world. So thank you. Thank you, Raf. All right, and so now at this point, we move into the time in our service where we tap into that place in ourselves of plenty, where from that place of abundance, we give from open hearts. If you would welcome me in reading the screen, we give with open hearts to this community with shared commitment and purpose. As we give, we prosper, cultivating growth, connection, and shared abundance for all. How important that is, right? That shared abundance for all is our ability to give, to donate, to tithe. And there are many ways to do that today, whether you want to give cash or donate through text. You can look at our options on our screen. And today I want to welcome our ushers up. Sarah, Donna, Janet, and Deborah. Thank you so much for your service. They're going to go around and collect your place of plenty, your place of sharing your good. You can also donate on our website, on Venmo. Many, many ways to give. And at this point, I would also like to ask our practitioners to please stand. Please know that these are licensed practitioners. Give it up for them. Our licensed practitioners are trained in praying with you for anything that is not in alignment with your higher good. They can also help you reveal your purpose. For yourself or for another, we can pray. After service, they will be available by our patio, and you may request prayer at that time. Please take advantage of this opportunity for your greater well-being, and thank you for giving this gift to yourself. You may have also received a prayer card, and if you choose to be included in the prayers this week, you can pick up a prayer call outside of our desk, fill it out, and our practitioners will make sure to include your prayer this week for you. All right, and at this point, I would like to invite our practitioner, Janice, to please come and take the light out into the world, as this light represents the light that each one of us is and the love that we are collectively. Thank you, Janice. And Rev Veronica, would you like to do our benediction?
Yes, I do. Were the kids coming in? The kids, no kids today? No. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Well, this is our moving meditation, our benediction. So if you are able, please stand so that we can embody the truth of this statement right here, okay? Are you ready, music team? All right, okay. So we are life, okay? Ready to affirm that as the truth of who we are? Yes. Okay, Pacific Coast, tell me what is happening right now in this moment. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Yes. Yes. And what do we call it? It is this thing called life. Yes. And where do we find this thing called life? Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. And life is all that we are. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what do we do with this thing called life? I accept it. I am it. And I share it with all. All right, here's the fun part, yes. Okay, this is what we talked about today. How are we going to share it? Just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Yes. All right, so as we stand here declaring that we are life, feel it from the bottoms of your feet all the way up to your legs, up through your torso, your arms, your head. As we say together, thank you, life. Yes. Woo!
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy. I choose joy. When the world, when it stops spinning all around, I choose joy. I still choose joy. When my heart's too hard to move, and if the music loses its grooves, when I have too much to prove, yeah, I still choose joy.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy. I choose joy. When the world starts spinning around, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
When my heart is hard to move, hey, when my music's lost its groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. Here we go. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. One more time. Joy, 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 joy.
Yes. In a world going through calamity, choose joy. No matter what's happening outside of these doors, yo, choose joy. If your neighbor don't agree with what you feel, choose joy. No matter what and no matter when, yo, choose joy. All day, every day, choose joy. Yeah. Choose life. Take that with you. We love you. We salute you, and you are not alone. We are all in the soup pot together. Choose joy. joy.